Hi guys, I'm Mark and I'm here to do my first moto blog with you guys. I'm using the scala G9x with the Sena Prism and we're going to see how this works. Ideally you'd want to use a Sena unit to do this, but the G9 seems to connect okay. The only problem is what happens is when you do connect your Cardo to the Sena Prism, pretty much nothing else works until you actually turn the Prism off again. Then you can use your phone and your GPS, etc. But until then, nothing really works. But the minute I turn the Prism off, my phone and my GPS all work again. But here we go. This is my first motor blog. I've got the GoPro on top of my head as well, just so I can do some voiceover, see what the results are from both cameras. Obviously, I can't connect the GoPro to the Cardo unit as it's not Bluetooth, but at least I can use the same audio from the Cardo just to voice over on the GoPro footage as well. So we can get two different angles, one from the top and one from the front. And well, here we go. Let's see how it works and let's see what footage we can get. Oh yes, and the cameras are set to both on 720 pixels at 30 frames per second, just to compare the two. Here we go. Oh, and I'm on the little 700 GS, one of our bikes that our baby of the fleet that we use on our tours. So you guys are welcome to join us on any tour you would like. I'll switch some camera angles and see how things are looking, and we'll take it from there, guys. Let's go. I'm hoping it's still recording, but we'll hit the stop button and then we'll hit the start button just to see how things are going. Okay, what's awesome about this is we are actually recording now, and what's nice about it is the Sena actually tells me recording stopped or recording on, and I've closed my visor now, so I'm not quite sure what the sound is like, but you'll be hearing it coming through my G9 intercom, and let's see how it goes. I'm actually quite keen to see the footage because I haven't seen it yet. So nice trip to work. It'll be basically a 10-15 minute trip. I can't listen to my radio like I normally do because, like I said, once you connect the Cardo to the Sena, pretty much nothing else works until you actually turn the Sena off again. Then it connects to all your other Bluetooth. So it seems to interfere with Cardo's Bluetooth, even though Cardo can connect. Well, we just got a phone call there, so I had to stop recording. And the minute I turned my Prism off, the phone call came through. So that's the only way to do it, is by turning your Prism off. And then I could accept the phone call. Even though I could actually hear the phone ringing in my ears. I don't know if we actually heard it on the footage, but we will find out. Because anything I think that comes through the earphones, you actually do hear on the camera, so we'll see. But like I say, to answer the phone call, I actually had to disconnect. I should have actually tried without disconnecting, but I'm not sure if that would have worked. But here we are sitting at the robot waiting for it to change. This is a bit of South African roads if you're wondering. Very quiet at the moment because it's almost lunchtime for everybody. So I suppose people will be coming out for lunch soon. And I'm only heading off to work now. This is my second job actually. My first job is the touring, second job is accounting, which it's not my favorite. My passion is the bikes. So you guys have to join us on one of these trips. And yeah, lots of fun. Travel all around the country and it's absolutely beautiful. what you're seeing at the moment is not great. This is all just the built-up areas and the factories and etc. Yeah, so I'm actually very keen to see what the footage is like on this thing. And yeah, like I say, I'm going to try and connect the sound to the GoPro as well while I'm doing this. Yes, I'm standing at the moment, so you'll see footage from the GoPro of me standing. I'm not quite sure what the footage is like on the camera with me standing here, but yeah, at least you can see my face now. And we're traveling at about 80 k's an hour, so obviously I'm not quite sure what the wind noise will be like, but hopefully it won't be too bad. And yeah, I wonder if I actually press this button. Let's check on the remote if the phone button actually stops recording as well, because I think generally it's supposed to. No, it didn't seem to do anything there, so not quite sure what that did. But I think the reason that the Sena messes with the Bluetooth, the Cardo's Bluetooth, is because you have to connect it as a mobile phone. But that seems to mess up with all the connections. I did give the Pack Talk a test with, in other words, with an intercom. So if an intercom had to call me now, that does work. So in other words, I do have the Pack Talks as well. And what happens is if one of the Pack Talks call me, I can answer that conversation. So at least the intercom still works, and that conversation will actually come through on the Prism as well. So you'll hear both of us chatting, or however many people you do have connected. The reason I'm not using the Pack Talk with this is because of the DMC and Bluetooth. It tends to take a little bit longer to connect to my phone on Bluetooth, where the G9 is just Bluetooth. And that seems to connect it's almost an instant connection to Bluetooth. So that's why I preferred, until I have a Sena unit to actually test this properly, we'll have to use the G9, which is doing its job at the moment, but like I say, you can't do anything else. So yeah. But I'm actually dying to see the footage, so I'm going to test it as soon as I get to work now. Only about 5 minutes away from work, so we'll give it a test as soon as we get there. I'm not speaking too loud into the intercom, but I can't. Oh yes, another thing, where if you do have the Sena units with this Prism, which is great, is the fact that the Sena will work as it normally works. But the main difference there is you actually got a function on the Prism called side-on, and you can actually hear yourself talking if that function is enabled, so you can hear what you're saying into the camera. My camera is also set to it's not catching any outside noise at the moment, so the only noise you're hearing is inside my helmet and obviously through my microphone. So that's the noise that you will hear at the moment. So I'd love to see what the wind noise is like as well, so I can actually get an idea of what other people hear me like when I'm on the intercom, and specifically in this helmet, which doesn't have a chin guard underneath, so a lot of the wind does come up into it. Just a bit of concentration on a turn here, but we'll take it nice and easy. And we'll hit the brakes, and we're coming to a stop and a boom gate. Yeah, now I'm in the built-up area, which means I'm almost at my office. So, yeah. Love to see the footage. And what's nice about the Prism as well is they send you a whole lot of mounts. Where with GoPro you actually have to buy all the mounts separately. The Prism sends you an enormous amount of mounts, where you can almost mount it anywhere. At the moment it's mounted on my handlebars with a handlebar mount they sent, with a quick release button that so I can, and it's also actually on a ball joint, so I can move the camera in any direction, which I'm not going to do just right now because this is the first test. but you can move the camera to different angles at any time. So if I stopped and I turned the camera forward, it's very simple because it's on a ball joint. And as you can see on this helmet, I've also got the helmet mounted on the side, but I haven't put the camera on the helmet because I've got the GoPro on the helmet. So I wanted to just get two different angles and see what it looks like. Another nice bend. Got to take it easy in the built-up areas because obviously the speed limits are a little bit less. Speed limits are 60. I'm actually going a little bit over that at the moment. I'm going about 70. But generally we tend to do that on a motorbike, don't we? But we do have the speed bumps to slow us down a little, which is great. Okay, it's almost my turn off here, so I better have a look at which road I'm turning into. This is going to be great to see what this footage is like. Dying to see it, and you know what we like, we all play with our new toys. Very sharp bend into a little alley here. Take it easy. We've got some gravel and stuff. I must admit, on the Prism, what is really, really impressive for me is the Bluetooth. No wires. Just makes it so much easier. And wonderful, wonderful. I enjoy it thoroughly. The work looks very quiet this morning. But yeah, let's park in here. And then we'll check the footage and how it came out. Dying to see this. So yeah, put the side stand down, and that is pretty much it. So yeah, you can see I mount the bike like a horse, and as I was talking about the ball joint, see, I can move the camera in any direction and it should still be focused on me. Yeah, looking great. Let's flick up the helmet. You know, take off gloves and glasses, and we'll see how things came out, eh? I hope the GoPro was recording. I'll have a look at that now. I can't really see with my sunglasses on. But yeah. So, let's see what it came out like. Perfect, guys. Sunglasses.